Wala.
Sir, nagsisinungaling po siya. Totoo po yun.
After all the drama, the Senate moves on from the telenovela starring alleged pork barrel scam mastermind Janet Napoles and her former aides to government policy. How did NGOs with the same incorporators get past government agencies for years and bag multi-million peso projects? Securities and Exchange Commission Chairperson Teresita Herbosa says her agency has a basic problem.
But we do not have the resources to be able to monitor and check those submissions for each and every NSPOs. And we only have 8 processors in our corporate governance and finance department who go over all those, who could go over all those 10,000 active foundations,
20,000
all in all.
That's really a challenge. I think that's the meat of the problem. So there is no submissions are submissions, but as we have seen in the past hearings, anybody can submit pieces of paper. And of course, they'll be duly received.
Herbosa says the SEC is proud of its database of NGOs that the Bureau of Internal Revenue and Commission on Audit use in their investigations. The problem, it's not yet online.
We will admit that had we had sufficient resources, including computer-assisted review, we would have probably been able to detect fraud in procuring registration at the very first instance when they supplied those or filed the applications with us.
The Philippine Council for NGO Certification, a self-regulatory body certifying NGOs, says there's a need to integrate the different accreditation systems.
Government agencies accredit NGOs. We accredit NGOs, but what is the real standard? An organization accredited by another accrediting body, does it have the same value as what we accredit? That's maybe a thing that we could look at.
Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman T.G. Gingona says the Senate will look into requiring accreditation for all NGOs transacting with the government. He adds a bigger budget is needed for the SEC. But Commission on Audit Chairperson Grace Pulido-tan is going beyond the pork barrel scam to address another anomaly, unliquidated cash advances. Tan says COA will file a case against government officials and agencies for failing to liquidate billions of pesos for as far back as 15 years.
We have a provision of criminal law that when somebody is given a cash advance and is not able to liquidate that within the prescribed period and upon demand, there is already a presumption in law that that money was malversed.
It's certainly very revealing.
Gingona says the Senate investigation is not yet over and will next focus on the Malampaya Fund scam. There are no dramatic confrontations in today's hearing, but senators say it's important to plug gaps to avoid another Napoles scam. While the pork barrel is no more, there's no shortage of people wanting to take advantage of flaws in the system to make big money. Ay Makraig, Rappler.